Welcome to Greggles TV, Galaxy S25, what to expect in terms of specs and some of the features with it as well, because it's kind of the phone that I don't talk about all that much. I probably won't purchase it myself either, but I know a lot of you guys like the smaller phones, and what do you expect to get with it? So expect a 6.2-inch AMOLED 1080p 120 hertz display. I don't think we're gonna get the 2K resolution on here. We haven't had that. I don't know if they've ever had it on the regular S line, the base version of it, if I remember correctly. Maybe the S10 they had it. That might have been the last time, and then they dropped it down to 1080p. 2600 nits peak brightness is what I expect on here. No change from last year with that on the display. A Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy, but there's been a benchmark that's been going around, and the score of it has been less than what the Ultra version is. So there's potential that the regular base version of the S25 with Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy would be a less powerful version of it. Now, what would that mean day to day? Probably not a whole lot, but in terms of really high-end gaming or things that really need a lot of processing and GPU power, that's where you'll probably notice a little bit of a difference. 12 gigs of RAM on here. I don't think we're gonna see an 8 gigabyte RAM version. We might, but I kind of don't think we will, based off of some of the leaks that have been coming out for this. In terms of storage, you're probably looking at 128 and 256 based off prices of $799 and $859 for this phone, which is pretty, what you'd expect with this phone. It's the base version, so you wouldn't expect the best of the best of the best. In terms of cameras, we're expecting something what we've seen in the past with 50 megapixel primary, 10 megapixel telephoto with 3x, 50 megapixel ultra wide, and a 12 megapixel selfie camera on there. If you are used to the cameras year over year over year, pretty much what you're gonna get with this one. I think the updated camera on there, if I'm not mistaken, is the ultra wide though. 4,000 milliamp battery, same as kind of what we've had the past few years. Charging, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. Still 25 watt wire. They're not gonna jump up to 45 watt, most likely. There's still potential. It's going back and forth of this might have 25 watt wireless, or it might just only have 15 watt wireless. Qi 2, I believe it is, or Qi 3, can do 25 watt, and Samsung's technology, if they do use that, would be able to do that. We'll have to wait and see. So it'll at least have 15 watt wireless, but there's a probability it might have 25 watt wireless. Satellite connectivity for emergencies, not written in stone for this specific model, but I won't be surprised if all three of the phones have it, which means that when you're in an area where there's no cell service, you can contact your loved ones, your friends, and emergency services through satellite, through texting on your phone. But again, your phone would have to have no connection at all and an open view of the sky. One UI 7.1 it would launch with, based off of Android 15. Bixby AI enhanced and a bunch of other AI enhanced features are going to launch with this phone as well. Video object remover should be one of them, and other things that we haven't even thought about or know about as well on there. So a lot of big pushing towards AI and features, software built into this. Again, some of the stuff we think we know, some of the stuff we don't know at all just yet. 7 years of OS and security updates. You can pretty much write that in stone. They've been doing that for the last couple of years. January/February 2025 release date. It's going to be announced in January, but there's potential it's not going to be released until like the first or second week of February, or maybe the last week of January. It just depends on when they actually fully announce it. But you can definitely, again, announcement January, release probably end of January, early February. And that's pretty much what we know about the 25 so far. It's very similar to the S24, and the S24 is a great phone. So if you have that phone, you might not want to upgrade, or maybe there's enough meat on this bone for that new powerful Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, and potentially more RAM depending upon what version of the Galaxy you have, and a good battery life because of the processor built into this and the software optimization, potentially faster wireless charging. But let me know your thoughts on the S25. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you down the road. Peace.